Right, so we've been called to Sylvia Park. Basically, a suspicious vehicle's rolled in. It's been noted by security that it's been involved in previous shopliftings here. So we're just heading into the warehouse, which was the scene of the last incident. See if we can spot the people responsible.
Hi, I'm Johnny. I'm a frontline cop at the Mount Wellington Police Station, and this is Ride Along.
We got called to Sylvia Park originally for something at the warehouse, and while we were there we've just had the word from security about another suspicious person. So we've given them a hand, our good mates, the head of security from Sylvia Park.
Hey man. So we're just monitoring a suspicious female. At the moment she's in one of the shops, so we're going to wait for her to come out and then probably approach her.
I think I've just spotted her too, so I'll probably put this away. Well, this is the smiling face of success. So with the help of the security at Sylvia Park, we apprehended this shoplifter, and she provided very accurate details, but they were not her details, and I sensed it. I could sense that she was lying to me. You know, the photo is a bit iffy. Well, lying about a lot of things, I think, but she was definitely lying about her details. And so we went through the beginning of the process. I arrested her, gave her a ride, still maintaining that these details she's given me are accurate, and I kept saying like I know these aren't accurate, like just give me your real details, and she'd provide more and more information that was reasonably accurate, you know, confirming that she was this person she was claiming to be. But eventually I stuck to my guns, and I was like, no, you're lying to me, and then we finally got there just before, you know, came through to the cells where people get printed and photographed, and she goes, I'll just be honest now, you know, this is my real name, blah blah. And I was like, I knew it, yes. Turns out she had a whole bunch of warrants, big fines warrant, couple of warrants for arrest, and that's why she was giving false details. So I am very happy that I have a prosecution file to do today, because it's for somebody who was lying to me, and I like catching people in their lies. Yes! I think you'll notice that I'm wearing something a little different today. These are called hard armor plates. It is a higher level of protection, and we put it on when we're headed to jobs where we think there's a potential of firearms being present, so we'll be armed for this job as well. So a lot of you asked why my colleague had an empty holster. Well, she is left-handed, and our guns are stored in right-handed holsters. So it's just easier to wear the holster, and then to be able to take the firearm out of the holster when you need it and pop it in your own. Whether I just clip the holster on my belt when I need the firearm, which I'm wearing today because of the job we're off to.
2 hours later.
So, a pretty interesting job tonight, team. I'll just turn that around so we can't see every joke. We were driving down the road, and we noticed somebody slumped over a steering wheel. K1, thanks, comms. We actually thought, I mean, I certainly thought the car was empty. She was slumped over so much I couldn't even see anyone was driving. I thought someone's abandoned a car in the middle of the road. This must be interesting. Turns out, actually, it was just someone having a bit of an emotional moment. Look, people's lives are pretty hectic. Our lives are pretty hectic. There's nothing wrong with pulling over and giving yourself a minute. And driving when you're really upset or you're really angry is probably not a good idea. Even though sometimes all you want to do is leave and go to somewhere else. You know, try and, even if it's just sitting in the car, try and let yourself relax a bit so you can actually concentrate on the task of driving, especially, you know, at night when it's harder to see and people take a little more risk at intersections. Hey everyone, it's a pretty bright afternoon. It's early evening actually. It's 7:15. Tonight we're working a special police operation for the Tongan League match. We're in Otahuhu, on Great South Road. Just making sure everyone has a safe night. Working with Constable Alex, who I haven't seen in a while. We used to work together a bit more often. Yeah, a few bars around here, a liquor ban, which we'll be enforcing, a pretty mean sunset, and a lot of flags. So we'll see how we go. 10 past 8, so the game's 40 minutes gone.
Yeah, we'll be
Kick off at 7:30. As you can imagine, because everybody's watching the game, Otahuhu is essentially quiet. There's no sounds, there's no cars. Yeah, so at the moment we're just waiting for the game to finish and see what happens after that. Alright team, so we've been wandering around the street for a bit, and I guess the plan to restrict vehicle access into the CBD has done its job. So there's a lot less people here than there are in other places, which means we're now going to redeploy some units, which is us, into some other areas to try and manage traffic as people leave and head back home. So hopefully everybody gets home safely with sober drivers wearing seatbelts, staying inside their vehicles rather than out of them. Do you want to grab the gate, bro?
Sweet, yeah, that's a biggie,
Yeah, staying inside their vehicles.
Yeah.
That is a big one. Yeah. Yeah. Probably need to go all the way down, man.
All the way down?
All the way down there, I reckon, and around.
Yeah, go right there.
I mean, because this is going to be pretty bad, but...
Yeah, yeah, good. You go right there.
Yeah, the unit on the corner on High Street in Acton. Can you hear that guy on the shoplift? Just walking up on your
Yeah,
left.
let's go right there, we can wrap around. Oh, that.
just go up.
Yeah.
Jump on that one. Come over to my location.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
Thank you.
Do you want to come over to my location?
Just going home, eh?
Everyone's always just going home. But like...
We informed two available units and over the counter.
And that is me for the night. If you were in Otahuhu and you're a Tongan League fan, you might have thought that we were a bit of a buzzkill this evening, and I can see why you'd think that. We shut down, you know, a whole bunch of streets, and we had a whole bunch of police officers patrolling areas.
we weren't trying to kill people's buzz, we were just trying to make sure that people were safe. And if you got to the end of your night and you thought, man, why were the police even there? Then that kind of tells me that we did our job well, because the kind of things that happen that mean that we need to be there didn't take place, because we were there from the beginning to prevent any of it from happening.
Hey everyone, and that is a wrap for this week. I hope you enjoyed the episode. Hopefully I'm answering your questions. Make sure you like, you subscribe. There's great videos coming every week from this channel. Thanks to everyone who came down last week to the Sylvia Park recruitment event. It was great to meet you and answer some questions in real life for a change. I'm actually sitting down at the moment, just before this video goes up, and I'll be sitting down for about the next hour. So any questions you've got, pop them in the comments section. I'll do my best to get to them. A special shout out to Don from the Queensland Police. Sent me a great bunch of patches, so thanks for that, man. Stay safe everyone, see you around.